Do you ever feel like your brain doesn't belong to you anymore? Like you can't finish a thought without reaching for your phone? Like you start your mornings with someone else's drama and end your nights scrolling through strangers' highlight reels, wondering why your own life feels so hollow? It's a terrifying feeling, because it makes you wonder, is this just how life is now? That's exactly where I was. Until I decided to fight for my mind. Until I decided to get my brain back. Let me take you back a bit. I was what you'd probably call normal. I worked remotely, chased projects, tried to build a freelance income that would let me travel, live free, maybe even feel happy. But somewhere along the way, my brain broke. I couldn't read more than 2 pages of a book. I couldn't sit through a movie without checking notifications. I'd start a project for work, a new portfolio site, pitching clients, designing offers, and 30 seconds later, I'd be watching a video on why octopuses have 3 hearts. My brain felt like a shattered mirror, 1,000 little reflections of things I wanted to do, things I thought I should do, things that sounded exciting, but none of them connecting. And when I laid in bed at night, I felt this heavy, sick emptiness. Like somehow, I'd spent all day busy but accomplished absolutely nothing. Ever felt that? If you're Gen Z or a millennial in the West right now, I bet you have. Because our generation is living through a mass experiment. Our minds weren't built for constant novelty, constant stimulation, constant comparison. And now, we're paying the price. See, everyone talks about burnout like it's just working too much. But the truth? Most of us are burning out because we can't focus long enough to finish anything meaningful. We're exhausted by mental clutter, by 10,000 micro decisions, by dopamine yo-yos every time we pick up our phones. And then we wonder why we feel anxious all the time. Why we crave vacations we can't afford. Why we dream of building a remote life, working from the mountains, the beach, wherever, but can't even finish the small systems that would get us there. It's not because we're lazy. It's not because we're broken. It's because our brains are hijacked. One morning, it all snapped. I woke up, rolled over, and spent 45 minutes scrolling through social media. I couldn't even remember half the videos I watched. And when I finally sat up, my heart was racing. I felt behind on the day before it even started. Something inside me just broke. I remember whispering to myself, almost like a confession. I don't want to live like this anymore. So I made a promise. For 30 days, I'd quit social media. I'd turn off every unnecessary notification. I'd stop feeding my brain junk dopamine. I didn't do it for some YouTube video or as some flex. I did it because I wanted to see who I was underneath all that noise. The first week was brutal. I reached for my phone literally hundreds of times a day, only to remember there was nothing there for me. I felt restless, irritable, bored out of my mind. It was like coming off a drug. But here's the thing. Boredom is where your real self waits. After about 10 days, weird things started happening. I could actually think again. My ideas weren't scattered puzzle pieces, they started to come together. I had random creative sparks in the shower, or on walks, that felt electric. I'd sit down to work on a project for 2 hours straight and feel this deep, powerful satisfaction I hadn't felt in years. Not just fake productivity. Real progress. I was rebuilding my freelance systems, finally pitching the dream client, designing offers that would actually support the travel life I wanted because my brain was finally present. By the end of 30 days, it wasn't like my life magically transformed into some perfect productivity machine. But I did get something back I didn't even realize I'd lost. Silence. Clarity. The ability to sit in a moment, a cup of coffee on the porch, a walk without music, just watching the sun dip behind rooftops, and actually feel there. You don't realize how fractured you've become until you start piecing yourself back together. I'm telling you this because I know you want more than this distracted, half-lived life. You want freedom. Not just money, real freedom. The ability to work from anywhere, to build something meaningful, to wake up without anxiety gnawing at your chest. But freedom only comes if you can master your own mind. If you can break the addiction to cheap dopamine, to constant novelty, to mindless scrolling. Imagine what would change for you. If your brain wasn't hijacked. If you could actually focus long enough to finish the business that would let you quit your job. Or finally save up for that road trip. Or write that book that's been haunting you for years. Because here's the raw truth. In a world fighting for your attention, focus is the ultimate rebellion. So maybe you're feeling like I did. Scattered. Overloaded. Secretly terrified you'll waste the best years of your life glued to screens, chasing other people's stories. I promise you, you can get your brain back. It won't happen overnight. It might be the hardest detox you ever do. But on the other side is a quieter, deeper life, one where you can actually hear yourself think. Where your ideas flow again. Where your dreams stop gathering dust. So here's what I want you to do. Try it. Just 7 days. Turn off your notifications. Log out of your apps. Give your mind a chance to breathe. And then tell me what you find. Because maybe, the best thing you'll ever build won't be a business or a brand or a side hustle. Maybe it'll be a mind that finally belongs to you again.